Siblings Unscripted is back again, this time with Love is Blind, and we are recapping episodes 7, 8, and 9. And the video before that, we recapped 1 through 6, which was a snooze fest. But now, episodes 7, 8, and 9 kind of picked up, and I'm a little bit excited because it's more enjoyable to watch now. So let's get right into it, talking about the different couples. Obviously, they left the pods, which I'm happy about. Get out of them pods, man. It lasted way too long in the pods this season 8. So let's talk about what's happening now with 7 through 9. What you got?
Well, they started it off. Well, they left off the pods where Daniel and Taylor, Taylor had this sixth sense that, Daniel knew what she looked like and she was all upset about it. And, they brought Daniel in, they gave Taylor back her phone to go through because she really wanted to check and she was really worried about it. And, she's scrolling, scrolling, scrolling. And I like how shows change the music. It's almost like dun dun dun, like just waiting to see if he's one of her followers. Now I
Right.
don't know if she scrolled through all her followers, but at some point she was like, okay, you can have the phone back. I'm fine with it. But I'm gonna give Daniel some kudos because at that moment his heart had to be like beating super hard, But he gave her credit. He was like, if you don't want to go to on the trip, we could just go home. He was being
Mm-hmm.
super good about it. So good for him. Good for him.
Maybe I'm gonna take it in a different direction because if a girl is questioning me like that and putting me on the spot like that and showing those type of insecurities that she be having, and she got to go through her phone to verify if I really follow her or not. If I was David, I probably would have sat there and questioned whether or not she was my person, because he sat there and be like, no, I didn't follow you, or if I did, it was a total coincidence. Like, and she didn't take his word for it. So if I was David, I would have been like everybody else up until that point and stood on business and got up and walked out. That's what he should have did.
Well, that's because you're mean.
I'm not
That
me.
would that would have been mean. Like he connected with her. He wants her. That's why he stayed. So that's why I said kudos to Daniel. And just let's just say, just leading into Daniel and Taylor on a honeymoon, I think that they're super good for each other. And
Mm,
even on the little trip, she said how embarrassed she was that she went through that, and she feels really bad about it and stuff like that. And she likes him. She genuinely likes him.
right.
And if you really want to stick to them, let's just talk about a little bit about
I would need
them
more
living
from her though.
together.
I would need more apologies. I would need more. Hey, I messed up. Hey, I shouldn't have did that, because he
They
kind of
don't
like
have the
let her
same
off the
mentality
hook.
as you.
He let her off the hook a little bit, and I understand that he wants her, and I understand the chemistry is there, and it's a cute couple. I like them, and I have other reasons why I like David too, but Shorty Keys got to unite. Obviously, we got to do something a little bit different to get attention of these females who want these sits and up dudes. So shout out to David. I'm rooting for them, but
Daniel.
Daniel. But
Yeah.
however, he should have kind of like forced the issue and had her apologize a little bit more and take accountability for what she was like doing to him, and like she was questioning him. But they are cute. The chemistry is unmatched. The love story is unmatched. It's nice to see when you're like totally compatible with somebody and you actually find that person. So kudos to them. I like them. I like them. But go
Yeah,
ahead.
and I like him. I'm gonna go straight into how when they met his parents and his brother and his sister, they were so nice and so supportive.
Right.
Meanwhile, Taylor's mom was kind of like she ain't know what she was gonna do. I was kind of afraid in a moment because I feel like if Taylor's mom didn't approve,
Mm-hmm.
they could have chalked it up because it would have been over. You know what I mean? Um, just like overall, and even you know, I feel where the mom is coming from. I don't know that, and like she should be upset that she learned that her daughter is engaged from a phone call and never met a guy. Like that's something to be upset about. So like the mom, she was high key mad, is what I'm
Right.
gonna say. But after meeting, Daniel, it seems like he kind of warmed up to it. And I'm gonna give kudos to Daniels because at the end, before they ended like their whole parent visit, he brought his parents in to meet
Yes.
her
Yes.
parents, and then he took it a step further. He had the two parents to themselves and just being like, "Hey, if this was a normal situation, I would have came to you, but now I'm coming to you, and can I marry your daughter?" And I thought the mother was gonna be like, no, but she said yeah. She took a
Yeah.
long pause, but she said yeah. And like for them overall, I think they will be okay unless this whole Instagram thing comes up again.
Right. And I don't think it is, but definitely a huge kudos to them. Because when I saw that part, and I think this is probably the first time I even see something like this happen, go down on Love is Blind, and where the families, both families actually come together and meet each other at the same time. Because, well, they went and saw Daniel's family first, and then they went and saw Taylor's family second. But then Daniel's parents came over to Taylor's house to meet his family. I thought that was a pretty dope moment. And that might be in the first time we
Hmm.
actually seen something like that happen, to where the other family comes and joins the other person when they meet. I thought that was pretty dope. And that pretty much like kind of maybe sealed their fate and why they were probably going to make it towards the end, because like you said, they seem so compatible. They seem so cute together. So I wouldn't be surprised if they end up making it long term. Even though, and you don't have TikTok, even though on TikTok, TikTok does say that they do make it and they still married. That's just a spoiler alert out there, but you should probably get
Well,
TikTok.
I'm not getting TikTok, but also like, and I think I said this in the 1 through 6 recap. If Taylor goes on through any of the rest of the episodes that aren't released yet, and she dwells on this whole thing about the Instagram thing, I think I had said it before. If she does that, he need to leave her because if you gonna move on from it, you gonna move on for him. We ain't gonna go back. We gonna go forward. You know,
Right,
because that would annoy me. And you know how like if we talk about something and we squashed it, we're not gonna bring that up again. That's it.
right. And I don't think
So
that they
who's
do
next?
bring it back up. I think that's the one fairy tale that I want to see in Love is Blind. Everything else better be straight chaos. Okay? Straight chaos. I'm okay with Taylor and David making it to them because they cute. The chemistry is pretty there and they interact and they just cute together. You know what I'm saying? So
Hmm.
I like them. Hope they make
So
it.
I'm gonna say that they left off uh these last episodes with Ben and Sarah with the whole lady
Mm.
that goes on TikTok and talk about Ben and Ben said it's 4 years ago. I don't remember. I'm gonna call bullshit. That he lying. He know exactly what the lady said. And I'm gonna tell you what was also like very very suspicious. So you knew the girl was on TikTok talking about you, and you didn't bring it up to Sarah before she saw it on her own, bro. Of course. And she was very clear. She said, "If you're lying to me, I can never forgive you and trust you from here." That would have been a prime opportunity for him to just tell the truth. I don't know why
Facts.
these couples keep doing that. He should have just told the truth. And if she find out he's lying, they not gonna make it at all. And she not gonna let it go. You could tell. She is not the
Facts.
type that you just let it go. Like, he met his friends, he met her friends, they were all gelling. Everything was peachy king until that moment. And Love is Blind. Kudos to the executive producer and everybody leaving it off with the cliffhanger like that because those people like you go on TikTok and look for the spoilers and stuff. And here we go. Like for me, the next episodes that's released, one of the main things I want to know is how she catches him in this lie.
Right. And like this is the second show that we talked about, right? First Married at First Sight, now Love is Blind, and now there's another situation where a dude can tell the truth but chooses to lie. Okay, so
Mm-hmm.
he lies in the first couple of seconds, right? But then she comes back and be like, she gives him the opportunity to unlie, and he still doesn't take it. He still lies again. If I'm a guy and I lie, which it could be nature or just a guy to be like, all right, come out with a lie the first time. And but normally a typical guy, if he can unlie, he will. And she gave him the opportunity to unlie. And he just doubled down on it and kept lying and lying and lying and lying. So it's one thing to tell one lie, but given the opportunity to untell
Tell
it
the truth.
and tell another lie, like that's just diabolical right there. Like, and she's sitting there just telling you like, "All right, come clean." On many occasions, like 3, 4 times, she's like, "You know what? You can tell me, you can tell me." Any other
Right.
guy probably would take that opportunity, but these dudes right here, I don't know what it is.
I don't
They just
know.
keep doubling down
They
on the lie.
they can't tell the truth. Um,
A backstory on that Ben, right? Because I already seen the spoiler on TikTok. Ben, The girl that actually was talking to, that she was talking about, supposedly Ben is a monster because when he's with these girls, you know what he does after he leaves them? He leaves a
He ghosts.
YouTube calling card. He leaves a YouTube business card with the
I think I
females.
did see that.
You saw that, right? So yeah, so
Hmm.
that's crazy. But I'm sad that Ben did not take the opportunity to unlie his lie because that would have been a perfect opportunity. Obviously, I think Ben and Sarah is also another great couple. The chemistry is there for them as well. But it's looking like maybe Ben is living a lie and he is just doing
Yeah, they're
some
not gonna make
very
it.
diabolical type things. But when given opportunity to unlie, you should probably take it.
Hmm. Let's
So,
talk about a couple that is kind of boring, but not boring at the same time. I just think that they're a weird couple. I know you know where I'm going with this. Joey and Monica, they're weird. Like,
hmm,
I'm gonna tell you the part that I think has me kind of like keyed in. So, Joey on one of their dates, during a honeymoon, pretty much tells like how he had OCD and how he overcame it. But then during part of the episodes, he kind of shows, in my opinion, that he still got OCD, right? So all the way down to her dumping the laundry on the floor and him saying, "Oh no, I don't like that." Or now we both agree on this. The whole sock thing, that's disgusting. I'm not wearing your socks. You're not wearing my socks. Like, that's just my opinion. Everybody out there who's wearing your family socks, do whatever works for you. But I would never, OCD or not. It don't have nothing to do with OCD. I just don't think that that's very sanitary and clean, whether you wash the socks or not. Like, I don't know what kind of crud you got in your toes. No, thank you.
oh my god.
But her family, I was like, they're one of a kind, is what I'll say. Like their whole jam session with the instruments. And then I'm gonna tell you one of the things that I think is gonna play a part that's kind of like dramatic is Monica's sister. She ain't gonna let them be great. I don't know
Hmm.
if it's jealousy or if she really does have good judgment of character. But when she made the comment, I'm supposed to get married first, and he's not your type, and I don't really see you really being with him. I didn't know if I should take that as jealousy or if the sister just sees something that the camera's not.
I mean, we did talk about sibling jealousy in a few episodes before this and a few other videos. So maybe she need to go back and watch that video to get over that. But Monica and Joey, I actually like them good together. They both are weird. They both are weird, right? The families are weird.
Yeah,
The sock
the
thing
families
definitely
are
is,
weird.
yeah, overboard a little bit with the sock thing. The instruments, I actually thought it was pretty cool. I mean, they just
Yeah, I
weird.
think that's weird.
I think they just weird, and the fact that he joined in with the family and was able to get along together with the family and play the instrument, I thought it was pretty cool. Thought it was pretty cool.
I don't think
So
they're gonna make it. It's giving me not make it vibes. His
they not
and his
man.
response to things gives me not make it. Like even when she told him or he mentioned, the sister didn't seem like they was feeling him,
Mm,
and it almost seems like he like, yeah, I don't care. And like, yeah, he shouldn't care about what the sister says, but at the same time he kind of should, because if her sister is very close to her, like you want your spouse to be close to your siblings. Imagine if you weren't close to my husband, right? And if y'all hated each other, or you was like, "Oh, I don't like that guy." It would make things with me and him very rough. Me and you are like very close. Like I would hate to be in that situation.
right. I think they make it. I like
So,
them both. They both are weird. I mean, they was the first couple to actually get
yeah, to,
engaged.
to get
So,
engaged,
and they kind of
right?
like hit it off fairly early. So, I think they just weird, and that weirdness might work for them if they can just get over that part about the sibling or whatever. So, it's gonna be very. He got to walk. He got to tread very lightly when he's talking about his sister like that because she ain't gonna like it. Like it's clear
Right.
that she values her sister's opinion and likes her opinion and likes her sister.
Hmm.
So he has to tread lightly with talking down about her or just be like, "Hey, you shouldn't care what your sister think. It's me and you. Like I'm not marrying your sister. I'm marrying
Hmm.
you. Like who cares if your sister likes me or not? Like that's not
Yeah,
a
he
good
got to chill.
situation. Yeah, that's not a
Yeah,
good
he got to
situation.
chill with that. Hmm.
So All right, who else?
So okay. So I'm gonna leave the spiciest couple to the end. So right now we're gonna talk about Devin and Virginia.
Hmm. I like them. Well, actually, no. I don't think I like them as a couple because I think Virginia's not into Devin. At least in the first couple episodes in the pods, it don't seem like she was really into him. I think it took even to like episode number 9 before they even like kissed. I think that was the first time that I even saw them like kiss, or
I just
they
think they
never
didn't
kissed
show it
before
on
that.
camera. Yeah, they did. They kissed when they got in like the engagement when they met each other, but it was like peck.
Yeah, it was
They
like a
kissed
peck.
on they kissed a lot on the honeymoon, not the honeymoon, but the Honduras trip. They when they was in the pool and stuff. I just think that the cameras didn't really focus on them as much. Like their story wasn't really in my their story overall is just not prominent on the show. But the
Right.
one thing
But I
that
do
they
think that she still is not really into him because there was scenes when they was in Honduras and he was kind of like touching and feeling on her or whatever, and she kind of, to me, it kind of like it was a very uncomfortable moment for her. Like not only her
well
but just another
you
couple as well.
she just met him. Like I
Of
don't
course,
blame her
I
for
get
that.
that. I mean, I get that as
And you
well.
don't
But he's
yeah,
been
they're
like
both of them
that
seem
in the last couple episodes. He's been like that from the jump to where he's hugging her, where he's trying to touch on her, and she's kind of just looking very uneasy about it. And like
right.
I said,
So
I didn't
we
see him
know
kissing to episode number 8 or 9.
right, you wasn't paying attention. You also fast forward. But one of the things that I like that she did, and it was like part of the cameras when she's talking to the other couples, where she feels like she openly admitted that she feels very attached to him, and how when, um, he's not around or he's in the, she's like looking for her. And I just think that she's the type of woman where she doesn't show affection as much as other people. And even the affection that she shows, Devin actually admitted that he's not used to. He's like, he's not really that touchy feely type of dude, right?
I
So
can't
he
tell.
admitted that too. And in addition to that, well, I said the same thing when he said it on the show. In addition to that, they both seem like they come from fairly religious black backgrounds. And if it were me and I was on a show like I might would be very reserved too because like yeah, it's a reality TV show, but your family, your family's friends, everybody they're going to see this. So you don't want to do too much on this show, you know what I mean?
I
Um
mean, I get
but
that,
the
but
one
she also comes from dating ballers and basketball players.
yeah, but
So
that's not publicized, it's not publicized.
she's not
But I'm
she's
going to
not
tell you
feeling him. She's not feeling him.
the one kicker is the whole concept in the discussion on the prenup.
I mean, I am probably Team Virginia when it comes to that prenup situation, and I kind of get her wanting to have him sign one. And from his standpoint, even as a dude, right? You come into a situation and you got medical debt, you got this, and you got that, and then you meet a female who comes to you and be like, okay, I will help you pay off your debt. I will help you financially and stuff like that. You know what a regular dude would say? Where do I sign? Like I hit the jackpot. Like
Yeah, but
you
I
make
just
more
think
than
that he's
me.
not comfortable.
Yeah, he might not be comfortable with it, but I'm just saying the normal dude be like, I just hit the jackpot. Like this chick say that she gonna help me do this, help me do that, and it's pretty clear that she makes more than him, and he may be a little bit insecure about that, and may not be willing to like continue on with the relationship because of that. And this whole prenup situation, but a typical dude be like, man, I just hit the jackpot. What a sign. Like that's your only hiccup. Like
I don't know. I'm indifferent because I feel like some people think when prenups are involved, it's an excuse to have a divorce and not work through things. And I think
mm,
that's where his sister and his family thought about it when she first said it. That might be why he's thinking about it. But I see her point of view as well. Like she want to protect herself financially and no one can blame her for that, and it's mainly because she didn't find him on the streets and start dating him and blah 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 blah. Like
right.
he is a stranger and she's seen Love is Blind before, and look at what happened with Ashley and Tyler. Like this joke live forever, and I'm
Right.
sure she doesn't want to be caught up in that type of web or whatever. So like I get it.
I mean,
I'm
I get it
indifferent.
too,
I'm
but
not Yeah, I'm not sure if I know if I think they're gonna make it. I don't know. I'm on both sides. Like I can see it, but I could also not see it if he makes this prenup thing a big deal.
Right. But you also got to like think of the dynamics of his particular family. I think his sister is probably a little bit older than him. And what
Well, if you had not fast
did I
forward
fast
through
forward? Is
the
she
other
younger?
episodes, the sister and the brother are actually adopted.
Oh, but okay, but still, prenups are not new to society. They've been around forever, but they are definitely used more now than they ever have before. So if you got a family that is a traditional type family, a prenup was something that they never would sign back in the day. Like they would be like, okay, now we getting married and it's through thick and thin. We're never getting a divorce. But now coming up in this generation, prenups are probably the normal thing to happen right now. They don't really believe it don't matter what they really believe in, but I'm just saying prenups are probably more relevant today than they ever been before in the past because people have
Yeah, but there are also more divorces in
pro-
this day and age than it would have used to be, and I feel like it wouldn't be as
right,
many divorces day and age if there were prenups. I mean, if there were no prenups, there would not be as many divorces because a lot of people, they, like I said, they do. Oh, this not gonna work. Let me not even try to work through it. Let's just get a divorce. We got a prenup. You gonna get what you came in. I'm gonna get what I came in. Done. Right.
right,
But I feel like when you have no prenups, it forces people to think before actually pulling the trigger.
right. I mean, so okay, so in this situation here, they still fairly new to each other. So a prenup, would you say a prenup kind of makes sense because they still so fairly new versus
Yeah,
being with
in their
somebody
situation.
like maybe 3-4 years and you guys been together and you guys decide to get married? Like, do you think a prenup is appropriate in that type of situation
So
compared to this situation?
in their situation, it makes sense. Now, if they was together 3, 4 years before, then no, I don't think it would be relevant. And I actually don't think she would ask if they were
Okay.
before now.
So yeah, I mean, you putting a spin on it like that, like they fairly new. I mean, I don't really see. I don't have an issue with her requesting a prenup either. But in this situation here, they still fairly new to each other, and you got to protect your assets, protect yourself. So a prenup, it's not the end of the world. But like you said, if they was together 4 or 5 years down the line, a prenup would probably be something that might be an issue between the couple. So
Hmm.
I can see that. I can see that. But she obviously still makes way more than him, and he might have an issue with that. He might be a little bit intimidated, but he's still way younger than her, so I'm not quite sure he fully understands what she's
Hmm.
really asking for anyway. So yeah.
Maybe. Um, but yeah. So okay.
But like I
Now.
said, I think he should just be like, all right, where I signed, because I just hit the jackpot. And to her point, like, and she might be having doubts about how much money he actually has and what he really makes because he has $700 Jordans. But yet you want to tell me that you are in medical debt? Like that doesn't
Hmm.
add up. Sell your shoes, homeboy, if you that much in debt. Like, and this injury seemed like it happened years ago. So how you still got medical debt? But yeah, you are boosting about
That's a
these
valid point.
$700, $800 shoes that you got posted up in your room. Red
Yeah, and then
flag.
he said that he only really buys shoes maybe like once a month or twice a month. But like that's a lot of money for like once a month or twice a month. Like
You
I
could
mean,
be
I don't
paying
know what
down
he
your medical debt. What are you doing? Just paying the minimum payment of $30 every single month? I mean, what's really happening here, bro?
Right, right. Okay.
That's a
So
red flag.
okay,
That could be a red flag right there.
yeah, that could be a red flag. I agree with you. All right. And I know you've been waiting to talk about this couple because this is your favorite couple.
Oh,
Lauren and David.
mm.
I'm gonna let you go because I have my opinions on this, but I'm gonna let you go. Shoot.
In my eyes, David is a monster. David was a walking red flag when he first got into pods. His very first question was, "What is wrong with you?" That's a red flag. All the women should have walked the hell out of the pod immediately once they heard that question. Number two, David told you exactly the type of monster that he was in the beginning. He was like, "Yo, I cheat on women. I was bad to women before." How in the hell did he make it to Honduras? And how the hell? Wait, yeah, Love Is Blind is Honduras, right? Like, how the hell did he make it out of the pods? Like the man told you exactly what type of monster he was. And then on these next couple episodes with Lauren, he treated her so bad even then because remember, I think on episode number 7, they sitting on the boat and he was like, "Yo, Lauren, what do you think about if I start talking to Molly when I see her again?" What type of question is that to ask a woman that you're trying to get married to? If I was Lauren at that point, I would have pushed his ass in the water and drowned him. Like, excuse me, sir. Like, David is so upfront with his disrespectfulness towards these women. but he kind of told you that in the pause that he was exactly like he said he is. Like that was red flag number 10 or 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 that this man
Red
had thrown
flag
out.
number 100 is that he
Yes.
was asking all the couples if they
Yes.
had sex.
And
Bro,
did you
what's wrong with you?
monster behavior. And not only before that, like you saw when Lauren was like, yo, I just had a wax, so I can't really have sex for like 24 to 48 hours. Did you see his face when he heard that? Like it's like he been sitting around, yo, I'm waiting to bang this chick, and then here she come with another excuse on why I can't bang. And then he go, like you say, he goes around and asks not only just the men, but he asked the women, was they already having? Who does that? Netflix producers should be ashamed of themselves that they didn't pull this man aside and be like, "Yo, you can't be asking these females if they already had
They
sex
need
already, bro."
drama. They need the drama. They need the drama. Because it was
Like,
like at some point you think it's gonna be like chill, and then here he go again with something else. And so
yeah,
they said that I don't know if it was on the plane ride or when they first got there. They were talking about people that they know, and I don't know how big,
mm,
Minnesota or wherever it is live at. I don't know how big it is, but apparently Lauren had a friend with benefits at her age or whatever, and it's someone whose David friends know, right?
right,
So the woman who you proposed to basically told you, no, I was not in a relationship with him. It was just friends with benefits. So as opposed to believing her or even letting her confront the guy, even though the guy is probably trying to do it for a social media stunt, as opposed to, letting her defend herself and doing all this other stuff, you don't even want her to meet your friends who are like pretty much degrading her, and she got to hear about it over and over and over again, and now you're treating her differently. Like, bro, call it quits. Like, she should run.
right,
She should really run. And then like when they show like the upcoming episodes, and this Joker disappears after talking to Molly, it will be over. Okay,
right,
like we wouldn't even make it to the wedding. Okay,
right,
like the minute you disappear, because we know what Molly about. Molly about them smashing. Like she would have did it, because I think one of the episodes in the pause they was talking, and she really said that she would have done it in Honduras,
right,
right?
right.
So like yeah, David walking red flag. I don't think they're gonna make it. They're not even gonna. And like I also want to know is we're close, right? We're close. But if you're happy, I'm happy. What
Mm.
is wrong with David's sister?
I don't know. I mean, I know you said that his mom had passed away and they're very, very close. Him and his sister. Understandably, I get that. Yes, I get it. But for me, the way that David sets up his expectations for a woman and what he's looking for in a relationship kind of sounds like he wants to be with his sister. Because if I, that's just me. Maybe David should go and have incest and be with his sister because he's holding every woman up to the standard of his sister. And yes, Chastity, you are a great person. Of course, I would want whatever. Anyway, David, right? To me, what was I about to say? David. The reason for as a guy, right? For David, I think what happens with him is that he cannot get over the fact that one of his mutual friends smashed or was smashing his potential wife. And not only is that dude bragging about it, but he just can't get over that. And it happened recently. Like imagine like you meet this girl but she was smashing your mutual friend a week before she met you, and then you guys supposed to get married. That's an issue for a dude. If there was some sort of gap, maybe about a year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, and you smash
That's a
somebody,
double standard.
but it is a double standard. It is 100% a double standard. But I'm just letting you know from a guy viewpoint, you cannot just meet up with me and the week before that you was smashing my homie or a mutual friend that I know and that I got to see all the time because dudes are grimy. So he always gonna bring that up that he smashed your wife before she met you. Like if there was a gap between it, like I said, 3, 4 years, a year or two, cool. But it cannot be that close
Another
together.
reason why they not gonna make it because of the double standard. I'm not saying it's right or wrong. I'm just
Right. It
the
is a
two of
huge
them.
double
They're not gonna
standard.
make
I totally agree with you.
the amount of crying that this girl has done, which is like no one should be crying this much before they're about to get married. She need to run. You hear me?
But she's
As fast as she
also
can.
she begged to be in that situation. She was like, pick me," like in the
Yeah, and
pods.
in my opinion, she sabotaged David and Molly when she basically told that Molly was out there saying that she was gonna. Because I don't think he would have picked her if he knew. I think he felt like maybe Molly had a, and that might have been part of the reason why he didn't pick her.
I mean, I don't think that was sabotage. I think she was just really trying to get him to be like, it's either me or her. Like, who are you? Who you lying? You telling us the same thing to
Mhm.
both of
Well, he
us?
was telling them the
He
same
was, yeah.
thing.
He was like, you're number one and she's number one. And I think she kind of stood up for herself and stood on business. Like, yo, now you got to pick because now I know you're telling her that she's number one. You're also telling me number one. So who is really the number one? So it kind of put him in a tough situation where he had to pick. And he made the choice. It
Hmm.
obviously was the wrong pick, but he made a choice based on that because he thought he can get away with maybe having two girls without them really knowing, but girls talk. So, but I just don't think he can get over the fact, like I said, that he has a mutual friend that smashed his potential wife so soon. And I don't know how big or small that city is, but clearly it's pretty small if they all know
It's
each other.
pretty small.
But
Yeah,
to your
yeah.
point, I think he's going to use it as an out to go get with Molly. And then, like I said, he
Hmm.
probably should maybe look into marrying his sister or something because I get the dynamic, but then I don't get it to why he makes it such a big deal. My sister, my
Me
sister, my
neither. That's why
sister.
I said me and you are close, but ain't no way I'm gonna prevent you from being with somebody.
Right,
Like I probably would want to meet the chick even more if I heard this, I could hear her story. But
right.
like I don't know if his sister is just rude or like what that is, or even if he's telling the truth about what his sister feels because Lauren hasn't spoken to anybody. Like he just won't do it. That's why I was just like, I'm gonna say again, run, run, run as fast as you can.
Yeah, because he definitely have already showed her exactly who he was on many occasions. And like I said, she just sat there and just took that disrespect for him. And that's kind of crazy. Like I said, on a boat, like would you be mad if I have a conversation with Molly? What the fuck? What?
Yeah, yeah.
What
So
did
I
you just
mean, like
ask
I said,
me?
the next couple episodes that they drop, it's coming up next Friday. It's gonna be epic. I think you may schedule this episode for it so that everybody can kind of get like their hands around some of the issues that you and I have. And then, spoiler alert, my brother and I are going on vacation, so we won't be here when it drops, but we may watch it on vacation, depending or not, if we have time. So
Well, I had
there,
a
those are
camera
the
there so
five
we can
couples.
record it. Did we already talk about all the couples though? That was it?
Yeah, that was the five couples. The five couples. Yep.
See, not enough drama. Not enough drama.
Not enough drama. Like I said, I'm just looking few things I'm looking forward to in the next couple. I am looking forward to see who stays together, who not. I'm interested in if Devin is gonna sign a prenup. I'm interested in how Devin's gonna be when he meets Brittany, and I want to see what goes down between Ben and Sarah. Is he really gonna tell the truth?
Right.
Right? I just need to know. I think Daniel and Taylor are gonna be kind of bored. See is their families and how they plan the wedding and all the crying because both families are very emotional. Um, and with Joey and Monica, I think they're kind of boring, but I do want to see what happens. So that's what I'm looking forward to. What are you looking forward to?
Virginia and Devin, I want to see how he handles the prenup situation. I mean, like I said, I think he should probably sign it considering everything that he got going on, and she's offered to like help him and build together and stuff like that. Like, bro, you have probably hit the jackpot considering you probably not exactly everything that you say that you are. You said that you was addicted to ibuprofen. You took 20 ibuprofens. Bro, not anybody in this world believes that you was addicted to ibuprofen. I asked Chat GPT, is ibuprofen an addiction? And it said no. So clearly you got something else going on there. Go ahead and sign it, my man, or at least to see what the details are and see what's really going to be happening. Like, I want to see the dynamic, what's going to happen with that. I don't think she really is liking him all too much. I mean, she might be building up to it, and that's cool because when you first meet somebody, you might not like them as much as they like you, but you can kind of build on that emotion and at some point and probably like them before you marry them or whatever. But Devin and Virginia, I want to see how that is. Considering we didn't even get to see Virginia's family, did we?
I don't think so.
Yeah, we
No,
didn't get to see her, but homeboy got a pig in the backyard. I don't know what that is all about. The pig had
that was
just ate
wild.
and everything. Like you couldn't clean the pig up before you bought. Like that was just that was wild. That was wild. But
Yeah,
Monica and Joey, cute couple. I
Joey,
think they just weird. I think they weird. I think they probably make it. David and Taylor,
Daniel and Taylor.
Shorty King,
Short people unite.
Shorty King unite. Let's go. Then who is it? David and Lauren.
Lauren.
Lauren should run. Like I said, I would have drowned him a long time ago. He's a walking red flag. He told you that from the beginning of the episode. I don't know how much more you need to just leave. And she's not an ugly woman. She could find another man quickly. Quickly.
Clearly, she got friends with
Yeah,
benefits.
clearly. She could just go back to smashing the dude with friends with benefits. So she can go back to him.
Yeah.
But it gets kind of crazy when I see, as a whole, Love is Blind. I don't think it's a good show for women because I think a lot of these women fall hard for these men, and these men do not they do not give the same love back to these women. Like the show at times seems like it just has women just sitting up there begging for attention, begging for emotions, and you as a woman you shouldn't have to do that. Like when the right man
Yeah.
comes along, you ain't gonna have to do that. You ain't gonna have to beg for his attention or beg for his affection because he's gonna automatically give it to you. And sometimes when I see Love is Blind, I just feel like this show is not for women. They fall too easily, they fall too hard, and rightfully so. They know what they like, but
I
at the
mean,
end of the
Virginia
day,
seemed like she's standing on business, and so does Sarah.
yeah. Oh, Sarah, yeah, Sarah and Ben. It's a YouTube dude who hands out his cards after he beats with women. Um, Very sad situation that he did not undo his lie when given the opportunity. That is like gold right there. Like the ladies gonna give you a chance to unlie, but you double down and tell another lie that you got to. Listen, I may have lied back in the day, but I try not to lie now because I can't ever remember my damn lies. So I would probably, I'm telling the truth from jump. Like, yeah, I did it. I'm
Yeah.
guilty. Because I ain't got
Hmm.
time to sit and be trying to remember all these lies and lies and lies. Like with David from Married at First, like Tiffany, food. Then I got to tell her, oh, get out of here, man. I ain't got time for that. She get the opportunity to unlie it, and seemed like she was gonna be okay with you unlying had you just told her the truth, and then you guys could have moved on from it. It's that simple,
Okay.
fellas. It's that simple. But
All
Siblings
right.
Unscripted, Love is Blind, episodes 7, 8, and 9. It was great. So guys, make sure you leave your comments and leave your statement or comments in the comment section about what you felt about 7 through 9, and let us know what we got wrong or what you thought about it and who's going to survive, and what do you think about the monster David, what do you think about Ben lying, and what do you think about Devin not signing the prenups or maybe having issues with the prenups. And we'll catch you guys when we come back from vacation. Maybe I have my camera, maybe we can record another episode of Why in Jamaica, maybe if you up, I don't know,
Maybe.
maybe. But we'll catch you guys next episode. Siblings Unscripted, we out.